Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. The NFL rumor mill is buzzing with some explosive potential trade news that has fans of the Green Bay Packers on the edge of their seats. While it's still just speculation, the chatter suggests that the Packers might be eyeing one of the biggest prize receivers in the league right now, Justin Jefferson from the Minnesota Vikings. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Is this serious? Well, the NFL is never short of surprises, and this trade talk could shake up the entire NFC North and reshape the Packers' offensive future in ways we haven't seen in recent seasons. Justin Jefferson, a player who has taken the league by storm over the past few years, is being floated as a potential trade target for Green Bay. The Vikings, sitting at 4-6 and clearly in a rebuilding phase after the Jefferson era, are reportedly open to moving their star receiver in exchange for a first-round pick plus a conditional pick. This kind of deal would be huge for the Packers, especially given the current state of their receiving core, which has struggled at times due to injuries and inconsistency. Christian Watson has been hampered by a hamstring injury, Romeo Doubs is battling an ankle issue, and the team has been in dire need of a game-changing receiver who can stretch defenses and create mismatches. Jefferson, who is 26 years old, is not just any receiver, he's a true game-changer. Over the 2025 season, he's been phenomenal in just 10 games, racking up 85 receptions for 145 yards with a 13.5 yards per catch average. That's roughly 114. 5 yards per game, a number that speaks volumes about his consistency and ability to take over games. With 9 touchdowns, Jefferson has been a focal point in Minnesota's offense, and his PFF grade of 93. One underscores how dominant he's been when healthy and on the field. His career totals are equally impressive: 478 receptions, over 300 yards, 45 touchdowns, and an average of 250 yards after catch. Jefferson's separation stats are off the charts, with about 30% separation on routes, which translates into an extra 320 yards annually, numbers that are comparable to what Ja'Marr Chase has brought to the Bengals. This kind of receiver would immediately elevate the Packers' aerial attack, which has been hampered by injuries and inconsistency this season. Christian Watson, who has flashed incredible playmaking ability, has yet to fully return to form after his hamstring issues, and Romeo Doubs, despite showing promise, has missed time with an ankle injury. Adding Jefferson to the mix could give quarterback Jordan Love a true WR1, someone who can consistently win one-on-one matchups and take the top off defenses. His 2025 stats suggest he's peaking: minimal injuries, no concussions this year, and a proven ability to produce at an elite level. Looking at the Vikings side of things, it's clear they're in a bit of a rebuild. Sitting at 4-6, their defense has been giving up an average of 27 points per game, and with cap space tight, especially given the demands of the McCarthy offense, it's understandable why they might be inclined to consider trading Jefferson. The Vikings are taking a cautious stance, echoing past moves like the Diggs trade in 2020, which ultimately reshaped their roster. Trading Jefferson now could be a strategic move to rebuild with draft picks and cap space, especially since they're not contending this season and need to set up for the future. But for the Packers, this trade could be a game-changer. Imagine Jordan Love connecting with Jefferson, an absolute mismatch nightmare for opposing defenses. Jefferson's ability to generate yardage on short routes, combined with his deep threat capability, could push the Packers' offense to new heights. If he joins Green Bay, projections suggest he could surpass 500 yards receiving this season, adding around 25% more EPA per pass attempt. His presence would also open up the field for other receivers, allowing Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs to operate more freely, especially in the red zone. Jefferson's ability to create mismatches, his 2 yards per route run in 2025 compared to Reed's 2.0, would make him a nightmare for defenses trying to contain the Packers' aerial attack. This potential move also has strategic cap implications. With a cap hit of roughly $1 million, Jefferson's contract is manageable for the Packers, especially if they balance it out with other cap considerations like Aaron Jones, Deal, and other young talent. The trade would be a smart move financially, giving the Packers a true one receiver without breaking the bank. It's a move that could instantly transform the offense and boost their chances in the playoffs. Speaking of the postseason, the Super Bowl odds have already been shifting. Currently, the Packers are considered outsiders at plus 1,200, but if they land Jefferson, those odds could tighten considerably, maybe to plus 550 or even better. Jefferson's presence would not only boost the Packers' chances, but also make them a serious threat in the NFC, especially with the playoffs approaching. His ability to be an X-factor against tough defenses like the Bears' secondary, where he could exploit mismatches, adds another layer of excitement. Historically, trading for a receiver like Adams in 2022 brought about a 220-yard air yard increase, and adding Jefferson could do something similar or even better, especially considering his proven track record of explosive plays and consistent production. Of course, it's not just about the immediate impact. For the Packers, acquiring Jefferson would symbolize a shift toward a more aggressive, win-now mindset. It would send a clear message to the NFC that Green Bay is serious about contending for a Super Bowl again, leveraging a young superstar to accelerate their rebuild. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, dealing Jefferson might be part of a larger plan to reset and rebuild around future draft picks and younger talent. Looking at the broader picture, this kind of trade would mark a new chapter not only for the Packers, but for the NFC North as a whole. The division has seen its power balance shift over the years, but acquiring a player of Jefferson's caliber would make the Packers instant contenders again, especially if Jordan Love continues to develop and mesh well with his new star receiver. It also raises questions about the Vikings' long-term plans and how they'll approach the rest of the season and beyond. Will they be sellers at the deadline? Will they turn to a rebuild that might take several seasons before they're competitive again? Only time will tell, but what's clear is that a move for Jefferson could be the catalyst for a much more exciting and competitive NFC North. Now, for the fans of the Green Bay Packers, it's an intriguing proposition. A trade like this could redefine the team's offensive identity, making them more dynamic, more explosive, and far more difficult for defenses to handle. Jordan Love would have a true WR1 to rely on, and with the supporting cast, Watson, Doubs, and now Jefferson, the Packers could become one of the most feared offenses in the league. It's the kind of move that could turn a good team into a Super Bowl contender overnight, especially in a league where a single play or a single player can change everything. And of course, these kinds of rumors always come with a caveat. They're just that, rumors. But in the NFL, they often have a way of turning into reality, especially when the stakes are high and teams are looking to make bold moves. The next few weeks will be critical in seeing whether the Packers and Vikings can pull off something special. For now, fans can dream about the possibilities. Jefferson in Green Bay, leading the charge, and rewriting the story of the NFC North once again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. In conclusion, this potential trade is one of those rare moments that could reshape a franchise's future. The Packers are always looking for ways to get better, and adding a talent like Justin Jefferson would be a bold statement of intent. It's about pushing for that Super Bowl run, about showing the league that Green Bay isn't just resting on its laurels. The NFC North is shifting, and the Packers are right in the middle of it, ready to take their shot. Whether this trade comes to fruition or remains just a rumor, it's a storyline that will keep fans talking and dreaming of the day when Green Bay might once again have a true game-changer leading their offense. Stay tuned, Packers fans. This is shaping up to be an offseason to remember. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.